Okay, this is going to be brief. I just want to talk about what's been happening in the last few hours, and I think you know what I'm talking about. Um, yes, as you've all probably, as you all probably almost, what am I saying? As you all almost definitely heard, Donald Trump has been elected our next president. Now, I didn't vote for Trump or for Hillary. I don't really like either of those. My mom thinks Hillary is like the my mom basically thinks Hillary is Satan. So but she didn't like Trump either, and she actually sat this election out, which I think a lot of the people who voted for Trump, they probably should have done the same thing. Now I did vote. I voted for Gary Johnson, and I don't regret that, because I don't think if I did vote for Hillary, I don't think that would have helped anyway, because I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just, Hillary. I don't like Hillary, and I don't like, and I hate, and I don't like, and I like Trump even less. So so I don't know what to say really, except that I know a lot of people right now. Our country is it. This has to be the most disgraceful presidential election in American history. I'm just glad it's over. I really am. I mean, and it's just so. This past election season is just proof of how far we've fallen in this country by choosing these two people as our possible choices for leader of the free world, and it makes me mad. And the fact that, and Republicans especially, really, this is how far the Republicans have fallen. I mean, right now, Abraham Lincoln is rolling around in his grave, basically. We've gone from Abraham Lincoln, the greatest president in American history, to the pussy grabber. And I think the minute that Donald Trump denigrated John McCain and his service in Vietnam, I think that should have ended Donald Trump right there. Unfortunately, America, people in America have just lost it, and America has officially turned into that movie Idiocracy. An Idiocracy was set in that movie. If you ever seen that movie is set like centuries from now. I had no idea Idiocracy would come so soon, but it has. And I don't know. It's just I don't get why this country is turning into exactly like that, like the way it is in that movie, and it's just a fucking disgrace right there. But I don't know. This country is so politically divided, and people are just pissed off. You've got liberals who are pissed off. You've got conservatives who are pissed off. We are just at each other's throats in this country, and it's disgraceful. And our country has gone down the fucking toilet politically, and this is the ultimate result right here. This is if nothing else proves that America has gone down the toilet, the fact that Donald Trump is going to become our next president, that just goes to show that's all the proof you need that America is gone down the sewer right there. And but you know what? Here's the thing about that. Maybe I'm hoping. You see, back in 2008, I voted for Obama. Now, in 2012, I didn't vote for Obama. I voted for Gary Johnson like I did this year. Now, back in 2008, everyone thought that Obama would just be like that Obama would save our country, and Obama would be just get America back on track after the disastrous 8 years of George W. Bush, and everything would be like it was during the Clinton presidency, before George W. Bush and his sorry ass took over America in the arts. But that Obama has been actually quite a disappointment. And he's been quite a letdown, and a lot of the things he said he would do, he never did, and it's just been that's why I didn't vote for him for re-election in 2012, because he was just such a letdown, just such a disappointment, and it's a shame. I thought, and people, and I've heard some liberals say that Obama is just one of the greatest presidents ever. It's like, why? What is his one great accomplishment? I think Obama's only great accomplishment was killing Bin Laden. That was it. Oh, he killed Bin Laden. That was like his one great accomplishment. And you have to give credit where credit is due. He did kill Bin Laden, but we're still facing terrorist threats, and as far as Obamacare goes, that's just and it's just Obama has just been a major disappointment, and I don't know if Hillary would have been any better. I don't know what to say, except people in this country really, there are a lot of dumb fucking people in this country. There's too many of them. We've lost it here. We've lost our IQ has dropped, especially the millennials, which are the worst generation ever. You ever heard of the greatest generation ever? The World War II generation? Well, millennials are the worst generation ever, and it's just, our IQ, our brains have shrunk, and it's just more after, it's like it's like the Walking Dead, except they're real, and they're not dead, they're alive, and they might as well be dead because they don't have a brain. So, I don't know what to say about that. But hopefully, the liberals will say that Donald Trump is going to bring about the end of the world, and he's going to be this, he may bring about World War III or whatever, and it's just, these same liberals said that Obama would be one of our greatest presidents ever, and that didn't happen, so it might happen the other way with Donald Trump. It might be that Donald Trump really isn't that bad of a president, and it might end up happening that Donald Trump isn't able to go through with his bullshit policies and his moronic ideas for how to make America great again. That just might happen. It is possible that Trump might not be that bad. Hopefully he won't. I like to look at the glass. I like to look at the glass half full here. I don't think Trump will be that bad, and I hope he isn't. I hope he won't be that bad. But and another thing is, we haven't had a one-term president in like 24 years. Our last one-term president was Bush's father. That's how long ago it was when we had our last one-term president. We haven't had a one-term president in over 2 decades. And I think we're overdue for another one-term president. I think Donald Trump just might end up being a one-term president. I hope he is. It seems like Donald Trump is. I have this gut feeling that Donald Trump actually is going to be a one-term president, because his policies are just disastrous, and he has no idea how to fix this country. He's not going to solve. He's not going to solve shit. Okay. So I'm optimistic that Trump will be a one-term president and will be a complete disastrous president, and the voters will see right through him. And 4 years from now, people will look at him as a fucking joke, and they'll throw his ass right out of the White House. So I'm optimistic that he will be our first one-term president in over 2 decades. I'm optimistic about that. And he probably will. And I have a gut feeling that he will. I hope he is. On the other hand, he might not make it to another term, if you know what I mean. And I hope that doesn't happen. I hope nothing bad happens to Trump. As much as I hate him, the worst thing that could happen is some nut go after Trump. I hope that doesn't happen, because there are way too many people out there who hate his guts, and I hope Trump remains safe. Okay, I hope he, I just hope, nothing bad happens to him, and I hope he has Secret Service out the ass, because the last thing I want is something awful to someone to do something like that to Trump, and I don't want that to happen. I hope nothing like that ever happens. God forbid. I hope it doesn't happen. But with all these people who hate his guts, who knows? I just hope nothing like that happens. I do fear for Trump in that regard. As much as I hate him, I do fear for him, and I hope he makes it. But just we've gotta remain civilized, and we've gotta remain civilized in this country, and we've gotta stick to our decency and our morals here. And we've gotta. We have to stick together, because if we don't, who knows what will happen. But I hope something good comes out of this, and I hope, like I said, Trump is a one-term president, and I think he will be. I really do think he will be. I think he'll be a major disaster. 4 years from now, people will go and look at Trump and be like, why the fuck did I vote for this fucking loser, this retard here? And they'll be, and they won't believe that. What the fuck was I thinking voting for this asshole? And they won't believe that they voted for him in the first place, and they'll vote his sorry ass out of the White House 4 years from now, hopefully. But I do think that will happen. But I'm hopeful, and you gotta keep your chin up, and you've gotta go on with your life, and you gotta live each day you've gotta live your life one day at a time, and just move on. That's all we can do in America, is just move on and stick together, and keep this country together, and keep this country moving. That's all I can say. Just be positive here, okay? there's enough negativity in this world as it is. Just be positive, and hopefully something good will come out of this. And there probably will be something good coming out of this. So that's all I gotta say, and just, you know, move on and keep your chin up, okay? Alright, bye.